Hello there, welcome to MPD TV, and today you can see my desk is overrun with carpet and flooring samples. So we're going to talk about flooring. So you've got a lot of different options for exhibition flooring. You've got all your carpets, you've got vinyls, you've got AstroTurf, you've got hardwood floors. So what I'm going to do today is run you through the standard and some not so standard options, talk a little bit about what they are and the quality of them, and also the price. So price wise, we're going to start at the bottom. Everyone's seen this stuff, cord carpet. We use it on the aisle carpets at virtually every show because it is the cheapest option, and it comes in a multitude of different colours. There's more samples colours than this. This is just a small book of some of the standard colours that we can get. It's carpet. At the end of the day, it's thin, hasn't really got a backing on it, but it covers the floor, it gives you the right colour, and if it's down for 2 or 3 days, 4 days, and it's the cheapest option, then for a lot of stands it's the best option. So cord carpet. Up from that you have Eco Velour. Now this is made from recycled carpet, so it's very green, although not all of it's green, as you can see, but the quality of it, personally as a designer, I don't really like it. So it's a little bit like a Brillo pad. I once had a client turn up who'd asked for this carpet particularly, and they looked at it and said, I can see you put the underlay down, when are you putting the carpet down? And I had to say, well, that is the carpet. So what we tend to do with this is not use it very much, if at all. So if it's not cord, what we tend to go for is a standard velour. Now this stuff, bit of a backing on it, Hessian backing, same sort of colour range that you get, and it's got a nice pile to it, a little bit more comfy underfoot, and it gives a nicer feel, but it is twice the price of cord carpet. Your cord carpet laid is around about £5 a square metre with poly cover. This is getting on for double that. So if you've got a very large stand, if you're sort of 1,000 square metres like Mercedes-Benz are at the bus show, then this will cost you an extra £5 on your stand just for having a slightly fluffier carpet. So it might not be the best option for you. For a lot of stands it is, it gives a nice feel. If you want to go upwards from that, then you're looking at the sort of stuff that you'll find in your house. You've got the twist piles, that I don't know if you can see there, is a lot thicker pile, sort of thing you'll find in your bedroom and in your front room. So same sort of range of colours, lots of different swatches here of the twist pile carpets, but again you're looking at another £2, £3, £4 a square metre on top of standard velour if you want to go for a nice thick carpet. But then if you're doing a high-end show and it's a room set or something like that on your stand, might be the stuff to go for. After that, if you're not looking for a carpet, you might be looking for a wooden floor. You've obviously got your hardwood floors, your click lock, MFC floors as well that come in a multitude of colours. They're all good options, can be quite pricey because there's a lot of labour involved in actually laying them. So what we tend to use instead of those is vinyls. Your vinyls, cushion vinyl, sort of thing you'll find in a kitchen quality wise. Roughly the same sort of cost as a velour carpet, but not only do you get the colours, but you get the wooden effect floors as well. Lots of different wood effects, checker plates, or your metal type finishes as well. There's so many vinyl floors around these days. You can get pretty much anything. We laid one that looked like flagstones a couple of months ago on a stand, and you couldn't tell the difference between a flagstone floor and the vinyl unless you actually got down on the floor and touched it. So vinyls, they're absolutely great. Multitude of different ones that we can get for you. Now, if you've got an outdoor themed stand, so you've got a golf simulator or you're kicking a football around a competition on a stand, then you might want to go for AstroTurf. Now, you can get the really thin greengrocery stuff for about 12–14 pounds a square metre. Probably less actually if you go for the really horrible stuff. If you want something that has a little bit of realism to it, like this has here, this stuff, it's a Nomo, this one, and really good quality, really good brand, and you're probably looking at 25–30 pound a square metre upwards. You can pay a lot. You can pay 3 figures easily per square metre for a really good artificial grass. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind: the quality of it. If the quality and the look of it is important to you, then the higher price ones are going to give you that. But also, one thing you can do with artificial grass is reuse it. Unlike carpet, this will roll back up and roll out again and again and again. So up to a certain point, you could probably use it a dozen times quite easily if it's looked after properly. One thing you might not know is AstroTurf comes in all different colours. You can see here blue, white, grey, red, black. You can get pretty much any colour you want in AstroTurf. So that's just something to think of if you're looking to brand an AstroTurf area on a stand. You can do it quite easily. It hasn't just got to be green. Now you can see here that obviously I've dug a few of our samples out, and we keep these samples on hand to cross-reference. You can see I've got some samples on the screen as well. It's difficult to match a sample on a screen. You really want to have a look at an actual sample in your hand against a printed logo or a Pantone colour chart to see if you're getting exactly the right colour. And you need to match the lighting as well, is another thing to be aware of. So if you've got a stand and you want to have a look at several samples to make sure you've got the right colour, then obviously we can bring these sort of sample books to meetings. What we can also do is send you samples from our carpet guys direct to you. So if you want to look at 3 or 4 different options, we can get A4 samples, pop them in the post. A day or 2 later you've got them on your desk, and you can then let us know what colour you want and what sort of quality and what type of floor covering that you actually want on your stand. So yeah, as you can see, it can sort of take over your desk when you're trying to find the right colour and the right type of carpet, but generally speaking, it's a pretty standard thing. We want it blue, we want it that blue, we'll have it in cord or we'll have it in velour. It's generally fairly simple, but we can get quite complex. We can even get carpets specifically printed for you as well these days. If you want logos actually printed into a carpet or a specific pattern, that can be done as well. So all good fun, not just plain boring old carpet. So there you go, that's carpets and floor coverings for you. I'll gonna go and put these away, make some space to do some work, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.